Good morning, GameStop investors. Breaking news this morning, GameStop announcing that EB Games, which is its brand in New Zealand, is proposing to close all locations in the country, 38 stores and a distribution center affected. In this video, let's go through the details following up on the report that I gave you on Sunday, keeping you up to date with the locations that are closing in the United States. I told you on Sunday that we are expecting between 300 and 500 total stores to close. The number now is reported as high as 289, counting the confirmed closures and additional reported closures from this website, gsclosing.blogspot.com. Link down in the video description. If you're interested in tracking all of these store closures as employees and customers report it to this website, go ahead and bookmark that URL and you can keep up with the numbers. And we expect the numbers to continue to go up as stores and employees are notified that they will be shutting down in the month of January. I'll give you my opinion at the end of this video. Let's get through the news portion first related to this update, the breaking news on New Zealand. When we look at the last 10K, Australia locations for GameStop, 336. New Zealand locations, 38. When we look at the performance by segment and take Australia and New Zealand combined for the fiscal year that ended a year ago, February 2025, the loss for Australia and New Zealand was $11.9 million. So according to Ryan Cohen's plan to get rid of non-performing locations, this news that New Zealand is going to be closing down might not be a surprise to many of you. Ryan Cohen and team continuing to make the tough choices and close down anything that is not contributing profits to the bottom line. I will put a link to this article also in the video description for you. Just a couple of things to highlight in case you don't want to go read it. The company is planning to close all of its locations, including 38 stores and a distribution center. They do say in the second paragraph that this is a proposal, but let's keep things in perspective. That is normal business speak in New Zealand for the legal box that must be checked before you close things down. A proposal to the employees and soliciting input from employees. The reality is that EB Games in New Zealand is going to be closing down. The company says that they had a multi-million-dollar loss during the 2024 fiscal year. They've been trying for 3 years to transform the stores and boost profits, and also have been trying to sell all of the New Zealand business, and none of that has been successful in terms of the results they were looking for to either sell the business or get it profitable. As we continue to think about declining revenues but improving profit margins, there's a raging online debate. And you know, you've heard this argument from the bears before that GameStop is a zombie company a la Blockbuster. I don't actually see it that way at all. Yes, the physical media game has changed. No pun intended. And GameStop is doing the necessary work to get rid of all non-profitable locations, and that might continue, who knows, not just this year, but into future years. But is GameStop a zombie company? No, not by the normal definition that we would use. A zombie company would be a company that barely is making enough money to pay its operations and interest expense, but has a stack of debt that they can't ever address. That is not the situation here with GameStop. Yes, they do have $4 billion in debt, but it is 0% coupon, and the company has, let's call it $9 billion in cash. So I would compare this not to a Blockbuster, but more like to a Best Buy turnaround, a company that has the potential to transform itself based on a strong balance sheet. Best Buy went through some troubles and they have transformed themselves over the last decade, and there is no reason to believe that GameStop can't do that as well. But of course, we would like to hear from Ryan Cohen and the management team. What is the plan? And I know that's a common question, and I say it every now and then too, but I think it's a valid question. It's a valid question. If you're an investor, a holder of stock in the company, we want to know more about what the plan is other than continuing to reduce the store footprint around the globe. As always, as news continues to break, continue to check here on the channel for non-biased, non-emotional coverage of GameStop. I am long GameStop stock, just over $20. I realize it is a speculative play, and I understand what the real fair value of GameStop is because I know how to use DCF or other fair value calculation models. And unfortunately, a lot of people just don't know how to do that on social media. So my bet is still on Ryan Cohen and a transformation plan based on a very liquid and solvent balance sheet, giving the company a lot of optionality to do things, time to transform the business as they continue to reduce non-profitable locations. And I have a reasonable question, but it's also a bet. What are they going to do with the money? That, for me, is the fun reason to be involved in GameStop. And I think as long as you have a reasonable entry and reasonable viewpoint on which way things could go, that for a speculator, this might be an interesting bet. Let me know down in the comments what you think about GameStop closing all of their New Zealand locations. I'd love to hear from you guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video.